Men don't always speak their thoughts, but they're always watching, observing, discerning. In a world obsessed with the superficial, it's the quiet truths that truly captivate a man's attention. The Stoics knew this, that virtue speaks louder than words, that true strength lies in self-mastery, not outward show. Before we dive deep, hit that subscribe button for more Stoic truths. This is Arev, where ancient wisdom meets modern manhood. Watch a lioness cross the savannah. It's not her speed that commands respect, but her presence, her unwavering gaze, her calm amidst chaos. Men notice the same in women, how she walks into a room, her posture, her calm, her presence. Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, then adorn yourself accordingly." It's not about beauty, it's about how she holds herself. Does she shrink back, or does she stand tall, grounded in her own strength? A woman who knows her worth needs no fanfare, she simply is. And that, gentleman, is magnetic. Silence can be unsettling. It forces us to confront ourselves, our anxieties, our need to fill the void. Can she sit in silence without reaching for her phone, without needing to fill the space? This speaks volumes. Marcus Aurelius said, "True strength is to be calm in chaos." A woman who's at peace in silence, that's rare. It shows she's not afraid of her own thoughts. She doesn't need constant noise to validate her existence. In a world that's always on, her stillness is a beacon of strength. We are judged not by our grand gestures, but by the small, everyday acts of kindness we bestow upon others. Men watch how a woman treats people who can't offer her anything. The waiter, the cleaner, the stranger on the street. Does she gossip, judge, or does she show restraint? Seneca said, "Speech reveals the soul." Her reactions speak louder than her words. A woman who treats everyone with respect, regardless of their station, reveals a deep-rooted kindness. And that, gentleman, is a quality worth cherishing. The eyes, they say, are the windows to the soul, and honestly, for good reason. The eyes never lie. Is her gaze steady, kind, curious, or maybe a bit needy? A Stoic man, he sees through the eyes. They show balance, or well, the lack of it. Does she hold his gaze with confidence, or does she flit her eyes around, seeking validation from others? A woman who can meet your gaze with honesty and openness. Now that's a rare find. She's comfortable in her own skin, and she's not afraid to connect on a deeper level. We live in an age of distraction. Our phones have become sort of extensions of ourselves, always fighting for our attention. A woman who's not ruled by her screen, that's a sign of discipline, and believe me, men notice. Is she constantly scrolling, detached from the present moment, or is she present, engaged, and really listening? A woman who can put down her phone and be fully present is honestly a breath of fresh air. She values connection over likes and real experiences over fleeting digital validation. True character is revealed not in grand gestures, but in the smallest of interactions. Does she thank the waiter, smile at the cleaner, hold the door open for a stranger? Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Grace in small acts, that's what men remember. It's a reflection of her character, her empathy, her ability to see the humanity in everyone. A woman who moves through the world with kindness leaves a trail of light in her wake. In a world that often celebrates oversharing and approval-seeking, a woman who sets clear boundaries really stands out. She doesn't overshare, she doesn't chase approval. She knows her limits and keeps them. That calm confidence, yeah, it's magnetic. It speaks to a deep sense of self-worth. She doesn't need external validation to feel whole. She knows who she is and what she stands for. And that, gentleman, is a force to be reckoned with. Life is full of unexpected challenges. From waiting in line to facing criticism, how she handles discomfort reveals her true character. Does she stay composed or does she unravel? Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." A woman who lives this truth stands out. She doesn't allow external circumstances to dictate her inner state. She remains calm, centered, and in control. This is true strength. Humor is a powerful thing. It can uplift, connect, and disarm. But not all humor is created equal. Men are drawn to a woman's humor that is light, aware, and kind. She doesn't need to be the center of attention. Her humor uplifts, not tears down. That's rare. It speaks to her intelligence, her empathy, her ability to find joy in the everyday. A woman who can make you laugh without putting others down is a treasure. There's a quiet power in a woman who knows her worth. She doesn't beg, she doesn't chase. She knows her worth and doesn't need to prove it. The Stoics taught virtue needs no applause, and men notice. Her confidence comes not from external validation, but from a deep sense of self-respect. She doesn't need anyone to tell her she's worthy, she simply knows it. And that, gentlemen, is the most attractive quality of all. In a world that's always rushing, always striving, always seeking, she is still. She doesn't react, she doesn't chase. She's centered. And to a Stoic man, she's unforgettable, because she reminds him of who he's trying to become. Her stillness is not passive, it's a conscious choice, a reflection of her inner peace, her self-mastery. In a world of chaos, her stillness is a sanctuary, a reminder that true strength lies not in conquering the world, but in conquering oneself. The Stoics understood that true strength lies not in outward appearances, but in the virtues we cultivate within. Now you know what men really notice, and why it's more than just looks. If you found truth in these words, subscribe to REV, where philosophy meets power. Until next time, stay grounded, stay stoic.